Looking for games that go bump in the night? Well, ghost games, just like spectres and spooks, come in all shapes and sizes. Whether you want to take on the other side scientifically with a host of tools to help you, or try and survive with a camera as your only weapon, we've gathered the best games of the genre you can play right now. Here are the best ghost games. Just don't expect anyone to be wearing a sheet. Let's kick off with a pure ghost hunting experience, and a terrifying one to boot. Phasmophobia is a lot like one of those paranormal TV shows, but instead of someone calmly asking, can you hear me? And getting knocks in return, the ghosts here, well, they want to actively murder you. The concept is beautifully simple. Whether you're brave enough to be playing in VR or not, your team of intrepid spook hunters grab ghostwriting books, cameras, and other equipment, and then head into a variety of haunted locations. Only by seeing the behavior of the ghost and collecting evidence can you then identify it and scurry out the door to pass on your knowledge. Yes, even if gathering evidence means standing in total silence so the ghost can't hear you through your mic, and trying not to scream as something locks the door from the outside. As the rest of this list will prove, games love a haunted house. Especially if there's a J-horror style little girl floating around in there that alternates between hunting you down or occasionally playing nice, which is somehow worse. Pacify, much like Phasmophobia, is pure YouTube and Twitch fodder for a reason. These corridors are just filled with jump scares waiting to happen and, of course, creepy dolls scattered around just to make things even worse. Once again, this is far better enjoyed with friends. Okay, maybe I was stretching the definition of enjoyed there a bit too much. So as you team up to investigate the monstrous goings-on in a variety of houses, every house has its own monster to pacify, hence the name. But this is just a game of cat and mouse. Staying out of the way of various spooks is key, or you might just end up becoming the latest resident. Paranormal Activity: The Lost Soul used to be a VR exclusive, but fear not. Well, or fear a lot. It's now available to play on good old-fashioned flat screens. As you'd expect for an official tie-in to the found footage phenomenon, this is an eerie experience set within the walls of a very ordinary home. This combination of ultra-realistic house with a creepy supernatural undertone is truly terrifying and constantly cranks up the tension, just like the movie series. Less is more initially, as strange noises creak from over your shoulder or items fall to the floor with no explanation. Every step feels laden with tension, especially in virtual reality, and there's no HUD to remind you that you're in a game. We recommend a VR playthrough, but safely away from any in real life friends or pets who might just push you over the edge if they touch you while you play. This might be pushing the concept of ghost a little too far, but there are few haunted house experiences as terrifying as Bloober Team's original 2018 Layers of Fear. Creeping paintings with those dead eyes that follow you as you move are ghost train staples for very good reasons. And Bloober Team ramps up the creep factor even further. This is a world where these intimidating framed pictures are just the beginning, before you even get to the disturbing dolls. This is a house that transforms around you. Hallways move and twist, rooms shrink, and the floor can't be trusted to take you in the direction you actually wanted to go. It all combines to create a claustrophobic nightmare where you desperately want to feel in control, but the horror just isn't in your hands. Layers of Fear is a ghost experience with a healthy dollop of psychological frights. Okay, we're going back a bit for the oldest game on this list that you're going to have to play on a backwards compatible console. While you play the Maiden of Blackwater on significantly newer tech, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly is the epitome of the terror on offer in this survival horror series. Being armed with just a special camera against some of the most frightening spirits of Japanese folklore is a terrifying experience. It's all about holding your nerve until ghosts get closer to do more damage with pictures you take, and a true test of bravery. 2003 was a golden, not to mention formative time for Japanese survival horror, and developers weren't afraid to find out what truly scared us. In Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly, absolutely everything, it turned out. Finally, we thought we'd crank the scare down for our final choice. Luigi's Mansion 3 might not strike fear into your heart, but this cozy hug of an adventure still deserves to be one of our favourite ghost games. Once again, our poor green dungareed hero must traverse a fresh haunted locale, this time the Last Resort Hotel. Armed with the latest poltergust vacuum, the trembling Luigi was just expecting a nice holiday, but instead has to gradually climb the floors of the ghost-ridden hotel, taking out all manner of spooks as he goes. As ever, the puzzling here is perfect, meaning you're constantly switching up your various vacuum skills, and the whole thing looks absolutely gorgeous to boot. Add in the adorable Polterpup, and Luigi's Mansion 3 is also the cutest spook 'em up on this list too. Oh, that's just what we needed. So that's the best ghost games you can play right now if you're feeling brave enough. If you have some scares to share, drop your suggestions in the comments below, and hopefully we'll all live to see the morning.